Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Your Turn to Die. I believe this is episode 12, and I'm hoping that we get to the main game today. I don't know if we will do the whole main game in this episode, but I'm not sure, only because at the end of the last episode, Miley came in on the screen and she's like, you did a transgression. And as we learned last time when we saw that rule book, is that whenever the floor masters do or make a transgression, the main game gets postponed for 24 hours. So I'm not sure if we're gonna go right into it or if there's gonna be something. All I know is everything is crazy. We have Q-taro's tablet, I should call it. We have his because he was found passed out in the rubble room for some reason. We still don't know why. I'm assuming he's awake now. But yeah, let's go. We're gonna go right to the main game grounds. Let's go. Before me are strange, familiar desks. You're here. You're early, Keiji. What was that earlier? Gashu, what's going on? Explain yourself. Kind of feels like this won't be a normal main game. It's starting all over again. Oh my, what a bustling crowd. So in the last time too, So really did seem to want to help everyone escape. So while, I don't know if I trust him 100%, I don't think he's a bad person. I do think he still wants to escape this whole thing. I think he goes about it in a weird way, but I don't know. We'll have to see. There's also that other person that we saw who has the same scarf as So. I still don't know who that is. Did you call for me? You. What's this transgression Miley mentioned? Transgression? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean. Don't tell me it's about the wallet. Oh, it's so creepy when he does that with his head. Huh? That reaction seems to indicate it's not. Understand that if there truly is a transgression, it should become clear in your discussion. Supposing one is discovered, it will be addressed. Yeah, right, jackass. It's you who's gonna decide what counts as a transgression, isn't it? Gashu. Ooh. Why would I call in Miley or call in Sapphilin? Miley, I guess? At least call Miley, so she can hand down a judgment on any misconduct. Miley is the floor master for floors 1 and 2. I cannot do that. Then call Sapphilin. Very well, if it will satisfy you. Please, be our impartial judge. What are you laughing at, asshole? I am joyful. Such determination to have a fair slaughter without having to worry over misconduct. You goddamn. Now then, let the second main game. Hang on. Oh, very good. Everyone has assembled. Damn it. So it's starting after all. Indeed. We have talked long enough. Now, we shall begin the second main game. I'm so scared. They went over the rules, but I might struggle. We're gonna hope for the best. So, we no longer have the sacrifice card. It was changed to commoner. I don't know if it was actually... I don't think it was actually traded. I think So succeeded in hacking the cards, because he mentioned that that's what he was trying to do when he was fiddling at the computer. He was like, he said he could do it, so I think that's what happened. I don't know who has the sacrifice though, because by hacking it, I'm assuming it meant that he just sent it to the person he wanted to send it to. All I know is I hope it's not Jin, and I hope it's not Keiji, okay? I can't deal with it. Okay. An extremely heavy air dominates the space. It's starting again. This horrifying game. Keeping quiet's only making time pass, guys. Let's at least decide our fate by our own hand, okay? It's okay. We've walked this road before, haven't we? Then and now. It's totally different. We're allies by now. We spent way more time together. Then will you die? Let's find our resolve. You said that in the first main game, right, Q-taro? Damn it. Everyone, the card designs have been displayed in the rulebook this time. So be aware that you cannot judge using knowledge of the designs as in the first main game. Well then, please spend this cruel and dense time to your heart's content. Gashu quietly sat down in a chair. And once again, the main game began. I was saving. First, let's discuss to get 4 candidates. Who should survive and who can die. Okie dokie. Seems you're ready. Hold up, Keiji. Unlike last time, there's been a bunch of card trades. If we logic it out, I'm sure we could figure out who has the sacrifice and keymaster without going around suspecting each other. If everyone speaks honestly, would they lie? At the very least, the sacrifice can't tell the truth, now can they? So it's fine to start with finding 4 candidates. Uh-huh. Because those who aren't candidates can be honest. Yep. And also, if we prove what everyone's cards are right now, voting is gonna be hell. It'll be pure blame throwing. That guy should die, this guy should die. It'll be cruel, and leave no trace of any bonds we've got. Fine, I get it. I'm on board, Keiji. And so I'm gonna say it. So, you're the most suspicious in my book. Huh? Wait, Reiko! So contributed so much to our escape. I know that, but then who do I vote for? I can't possibly choose anybody else. If I'm gonna vote, it's gotta be for So. This is how I really feel. So, get a grip, be honest, and clear our doubts. Seems I just won't click with people who speak from emotion. Shut up. I'm telling you, say what you're really... Then I'm fine being the first candidate. What? After all, I am the sacrifice. What? Were you even listening to us? This ain't the time to see a roll. Is he really? Was there a rule against confessing your own? So I see. Sorry, Keiji. I just didn't feel comfortable letting you take the initiative. I know. I'll nominate the next suspicious person. How about that? He's got some no good idea again. Oh god, I don't like this. I don't like it. It's not good. I don't wanna... You can't. An approach where whoever's chosen nominates the next person is just... Huh? Are you panicking, Miss Sarah? I'm not panicking. I nominate Kana. He's what? Eh? Bastard. Now what are you saying? Everyone should already understand this. She's easily tricked, timid, and lacks ability. What does she even have besides sympathy? I can't tell if he's being genuine right now or if he's putting on an act. Shut the hell up. Ain't it you who used her? After using her so cruelly, is So trying to betray her? So you're giving Kana time to vindicate herself. Huh? Sure thing. Let's have a discussion about Kana's actions during the death game. So that we can trust her. Kana. At first, she just holed up in So's room. They've genuinely acted together. So should be the one who can prove her worth, damn it. Let's see. Kana was dead weight the whole time. What a hindrance. Hindrance? Kana looks like she's pretty shocked to hear that. I couldn't blame her. I'm sure you understand, Sarah. You can extract statements from them. And also, you've got a new weapon, too. Huh? You know, from when we were searching together. Your shrewd detective vision. When someone makes a statement, you might notice someone else having a reaction. I can do that? Now, let's get to it, partner. Okay. I'm gonna save again. See, her face changed. Oh, okay, I see. Kana, are you too shocked to speak? So if I extract a statement and then I notice somebody else's portrait changes, then I click on them. But it seems like she's trying to say something. In that case, I just have to inspire Kana's heart. Oh, here we go. Oh, good. Oh my goodness. This one is, not as easy as Now's one. Did I do it? Kana, are you fine with him just saying that? It's fine. You can get mad. Let what's in your heart come right out. I'm not a hindrance at all. So saying mean things just because he can do hacking, but wasn't I the one who did hacking first? Huh? Hold your horses. How do you mean that? Kana did hacking? You never make yourself clear. Please, tell us about this in a little more detail. Oh, okay. Okay, nice, nice. I did some hacking way before So did any of his hacking. What kind of hacking was it? I figured out a password. Breaking into someone else's things. That's called hacking, right? Does this mean Kana is adept with computers too? You can't call something like that hacking. Don't misuse words you only just learned. Alright, Sarah. Let's advance the discussion like this. Yes. Extract statements to expand the discussion. Present items to use them as evidence. Or have statements duke it out to find discrepancies. Oh, here we go again. So had been fretting about it since yesterday. He was going, I don't know the password, taking his beanie off and putting it on.
Suddenly, I looked at So's hands and was struck by how clean he kept them even in these circumstances. And then, I had an epiphany that there might be traces from the password being typed. So, I figured out the password from finger marks left on the keys. I extracted a new statement.
It's really concerning. We don't have much time for discussion. Then how about you explain yourself, So? I am explaining. Explaining what a useless girl Kana is. Don't talk about people like tools, god damn it. Okay.
I heard they taught programming in middle school now, but to think they even teach hacking.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
But what password could it have been? When I heard that, I could only think of the password to start up the laptop.
Okay. Oh, oof. I always get nervous because I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
Kana, could it be that you didn't use the laptop to hack, but rather you solved the password for the laptop itself? Yes.
I see. Before the laptop was handed to So, I was the last one to enter the password. And my fingers left marks. Little bits of dirt from when I pressed the keys. When did you solve the password?
It was before the trading phase began.
Hold on a sec. Don't you think that sounds funny, Sarah? That it does. It's unusual. Because we thought So shared the laptop so that he could learn the password from us. But according to you, you peeked inside before sharing the laptop with everybody?
Yes.
Then there was no reason to join forces.
That's wrong. So wanted an opportunity to reconcile with everyone.
Anna, sorry to say, but there was another reason. Why did So share the laptop with us? He awakened to goodness? No. He wanted to be friends? No. He wanted to view the Sarah folder. Look in the Sarah folder on the laptop. Yep, that's gotta be it. The Sarah folder had a separate password, which was the name of Sarah's mother. You gotta be kidding. So, you accepted my deal without saying nothing about this? Huh? What of it? Why you? Hold on a second. What deal is this? Don't sweat it. It's just between us. I don't think so. I thought it was strange from the get-go. But it seems there was a deal going on behind the sharing of the laptop. I'll have you tell us everything about this suspicious deal. Okay. I went to So and asked him to share the laptop. I was surprised. Q-taro said he would give me his tokens in exchange.
The two talked to each other, separated by So's bedroom door. I heard it too.
Okay. I went to So's and asked him to share the laptop. I mean, I had a responsibility, you know? When the token gathering subgame started, I gathered more tokens than anybody to survive. Even the laptop I'd managed to get my hands on. I handed it over in exchange for So's tokens. I was possessed by the need for tokens back then, you hear? Is that really the only reason? Obviously. You think So blackmailed me or something? There ain't nothing. Blackmail. Is there really nothing? I was surprised. Q-taro said he would give me his tokens in exchange. I didn't intend to hear him out, but Q-taro was so serious I just couldn't turn him down. And it turned out to be a good trade. Don't give me that scary look. You benefited from getting the laptop for free, right, Miss Sarah? So sad.
Oh, excuse me. That's not a bad deal. And he also said, maybe we'll reconcile. So I got really happy.
Kana still believes in the goodness of So. Am I presenting an item here? Okay. I'm gonna save before I do this. No. Huh. Oh my god. This is stressing me out. Even though the laptop was Kai's parting gift. I didn't intend to hear him out, but Q-taro was so serious I just couldn't turn him down. And it turned out to be a good trade. Don't give me that scary look. You benefited from getting to see the laptop for free, right, Miss Sarah? Ugh. Huh. Victim video? No, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. Is it... Oh. Oh my god, I don't know. I genuinely, I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, I went back to reload my game because I was just getting everything wrong. It has to be an item, right? 4 papers. Papers listing participants in the death game. It wasn't the tablet and it wasn't the stun gun, so it's not those. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. The rulebook. Filmed by the first floor security cameras. It shows our past actions. So witness Q-taro placing the cards. Oh, it has to be this. Oy. Q-taro, was there really no opportunity for blackmail? What you saying? We acquired a certain video. Footage from the first floor security cameras.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
It was all clearly pictured. Q-taro placing the cards. And So seeing him do it. If this isn't blackmail material, what is?
No way. Q-taro was the one who placed the cards? Muscle Gorilla was a traitor?
A traitor? Is that really the case? Or was there some other circumstance? Ironically, it's because of my improved intuition that I don't understand. How could someone like Q-taro be a traitor? Why'd you do a thing like that? Where'd you get the cards, Q-taro? Please, say something, Q-taro. Security cameras. What do you mean? He took off his hat, it's serious. Huh? We should have searched every inch of the first floor. Did anybody find any security cameras? I mean, the footage is proof. Whether we discovered any cameras isn't what's important here. You were caught on camera. That's the only proof we need. Must be a puppet show. They do have dolls of everybody. They could have set this up. Eh? If you think about it, we've been getting tricked left and right. A fake Reiko, a fake Mishima AI. The kidnappers can move around fakes of us whenever and however they like. You mean... Looks like you got tricked, Sarah. Or are you trying to trick me right now by making me believe I'm being tricked? Script by the kidnappers. Actors are fakes. You fell for a fake movie put on by dolls. I don't know what you guys saw, but it was all a trap, I tell you. Learn your lesson. But... talk about a disadvantage. Preparing fakes to trick us with was a stellar move by our enemies, huh? And can't take Q-taro lightly either. Looks like you've been talked down for once, Miss Sarah. Anyway, I told you about the deal between me and So. And I mean, after we all looked at the laptop, I was passed out the whole time. There's gotta be somebody more suspicious than me. Ugh. I'm not giving up. Hold on. Why did you pass out in the room of rubble in the first place, Q-taro? Well, don't remember. No way. It's true. Got no memory from the moment I entered that room. When I woke up, it was the main game. Now that's a rude awakening.
So, surely someone else knocked him out? Then we should find who did it. They've got to be a villain.
The last time I saw Q-taro healthy, wasn't it when we were looking at the laptop? Then, after the sacrifice was passed to me, I started to panic and ran off to get the tokens. Right, I didn't see Q-taro after that. If I can determine everyone's actions at that time... Alright, then we gotta talk about what each of us was doing then. Okay. When we shared the laptop, there were 6 of us in the lobby. Me, So, Kana, Sarah, Keiji, and Reiko. After Sarah suddenly took off running, we stayed and looked at the laptop, but there wasn't much else.
After we were done looking at it, Kana went to deliver the laptop to So.
Your friendly policeman stayed in the lobby for a little while. I wasn't feeling well and ran to the bathroom. I talked with Miss Now on the way back.
Right. I talked with So about our plan to hack the fake Professor Mishima. I was searching the pitch black first floor.
Okay. What were you doing in the lobby, Keiji? People came by the lobby now and then, so I can verify their alibis. Any other questions, cute little detective? He's kinda in high spirits. Okay. I'm gonna extract everybody. After we were done looking at it...
So was talking with Now in the ruined corridor.
About what?
Sorry, I just gave So the laptop and left right away, so... I was worried about Sarah, so I went looking for her alone.
Is that so? Is it? I wasn't feeling well. Specifically, we talked about our hacking plan. Kana came to deliver the laptop during our chat. I thought about having Kana join the plan, but she promptly went off somewhere. That's my alibi, pretty much. Pretty amazing it could knock out Q-taro. Stun guns are dangerous stuff. Huh? That statement just now. When we shared the laptop, after the sound of the trade of you leaving, Sarah, I went back to searching too. After talking to Keiji in the lobby, I went to the room of rubble, then lost consciousness. I want to say I couldn't move all of a sudden and bumped my head on the wall, but you didn't. After we were done looking, we sort of split up. Went searching here and there. I don't have a whole-ass alibi or nothing, but I ain't the culprit.
I think it's because that plan went well that our escape could progress. So was really dependable then, and yet... I was thinking I'd go back to the 3rd floor, but there was a nuisance in the way. The laughing doll Sue Miley. It was scary.
So Jin was on the 1st floor until I reunited with him in the Room of Lies? Alright, I think I need to versus these two. No, wait, I needed that statement with him about the... That's weird, because... Why isn't this doing it? Huh. That's a little confusing, because it's... For some reason, it's not storing... Q-taro's statement, and I can't verse them then. That's weird. I can't versus them. This is clearly the most important thing here, the stun gun. Maybe... I present it to him and be like, how do you know there was a stun gun used? Okay. I figured. You know the weapon used well, so... Huh? I quietly took the stun gun from the scene. So only Jin and I knew that Q-taro was attacked with a stun gun. The only other person who could know is the culprit. So that settles it. It was you who used the stun gun to knock Q-taro out, damn it. So... I give... You found me out so easily. I don't know if that was an like a genuine slip of the tongue or if that was intentional. Because I feel like So's too smart to let that kind of thing slip. Uh-oh, I'm out of water.
So...
Sorry. I didn't want anyone getting in the way of the hacking plan we were preparing. When he suddenly entered the room, I went and used it without even thinking.
Where'd you find a dangerous thing like that?
Can't seem to recall. Something feels off. You'd really have to be at your wit's end to use a single-use stun gun. Was there something more going on between Q-taro and So? That's enough. Just knowing who the culprit was is enough. That can't... Might be pointless to push any further. So's got no intention of explaining himself. For now, we should spare time for someone else. If we're gonna suspect each other, we have to do it now while we still have time, huh?
Even if it's hard to say, we have to say it. You mean, doubting so we can trust?
That's right. Be brave and talk, everybody. Let's discuss if there's anyone besides So who's acted suspicious. Yeah, it was now. But then again, I guess she explained why she was acting suspicious. She was working with So, though. Come to think of it, I was wondering how Now spent most of the first half in the Room of Lies.
There's this video I've been curious about. So there's a certain someone I suspect a little. Actually, while I was searching in the dark 1st floor, I saw a weird video.
Pretty curious about Jin's actions myself. Why'd he know how to get to the 1st floor?
There was a guy with glasses, and something like an axe swung at his head. Then he said Big Sis Sarah's name.
It can't be. That video?
Of course, I don't suspect you or anything. I got scared and left the room right away, but I'm sure that was a victim video.
Okay.
Actually, this video, when I first watched it, I was too scared to look. So I used the fake Professor Mishima's monitor to play it again.
What sort of video was it?
Well, it's possible it was just faked, right? So I don't want to say anything irresponsible.
I won't know unless you tell me.
Well, look, it's that video I watched with you before, Sarah.
A video I saw with her. Oh, I know which one that is. Him noticing a secret door just by searching the room of rubble had me tilting my head a bit. You need a better nose than a police dog to do that. If Jin has the sense of smell of both a dog and a cat, then... Just as a reminder, Jin's a human. Is he? He's my child. Is he human though? Oh, actually, maybe it was just tough for her to stay in her room because of the fake Mishima. See, no point in suspecting her if we know the reason. Isn't that right, Sarah? Okay, do I present the item to now? This one? Okay, yeah. Now, you're talking about this victim video, aren't you?
The one I dropped. Yes, that's exactly right. There was a woman tied up by chains, and this terrifying device started up. And just like that, the woman died. And there was a man in front, laughing from behind. He looked like the policeman.
I think that was the beginning. The first trial that everyone was doing in their separate rooms. There were 2 people in each room, right? So I think that's what that was. But I don't know for sure.
To me, it looked like he left the woman to die.
Huh. A shocking story.
But it could always be a forgery.
Then why don't we ask? Keiji, is that video real? Or do you deny it? I'm doubting you so we can believe you. Keiji. Oh. Oh no, this is hard because I want to protect him. Like in my heart, I'm like, I want to protect him. Screw it. Wait, please. Keiji is... Stop, Sarah. There's no reason for you to protect me. He's right. In fact, Miss Sarah, I think you should press the issue for us. What? I'm sure even Keiji will open his mouth for his dear Miss Sarah. Expose the true colors he's kept hidden so long. I'm counting on you. Oh no, I don't like this. I don't like it. Expose Keiji? By my own hand? No. I don't want to. I didn't want to fight you, Sarah, but, well, I can't let him mislead me. I'll choose words I can refute and talk back. Let's discuss the victim video now, Saw. How about? The sacrifice videos show the first trials, isn't that right? I agree with that, though. It's a policeman's first trial, well, everyone knows it. Hard to believe I'd show up in some woman's video. Which one? How do I do this again? I choose the one that's a lie, right? This one? I think? Maybe? Yeah, I think it's this one. No. None of us have heard about what your first trial was yet, Keiji. Please, Don't lie like so. Boy, that's a shocking comparison to hear. Sorry. I'll reflect on it. Was our scaredy cat now able to look right at the video? Maybe she averted her eyes in fear. It happens. If she saw it alone, I'm sure she could have made a mistake. She didn't see it alone. Unfortunately, I also watched it with her once in the monitor room. Oh, he didn't expect that. There's no mistake, Keiji. So I see. Did you see your friendly policeman nice and clearly? Can't really make a great call from a backside view. It's no good to suspect people over dubious information. Didn't see him clearly, it was from the back. This one is a bit tricky. I don't know. This one? It's you who said to suspect each other so we could trust each other. If we only used concrete information, that wouldn't be suspecting, it'd be facts. Uh-huh. Did I get it right? Like what Q-taro said, couldn't it be some sort of fake movie? Strange to suspect it, then turn around and believe this one. Should be no difference between the two after all. No, it's not a fake or anything. But you couldn't prove it was real in Q-taro's case. Can you prove it is part of this video? Ugh, that wasn't right. Oh. There's no relation between the woman and me, is there? Seems there is one whenever you do the first trial as a pair. It has to be this, then. The woman in the video was wearing a police uniform. You're a policeman too, Keiji. Is this just a coincidence? I give. Did I do it? I don't like suspecting him. I don't like going against him. He's supposed to be on my side. I don't like it. I don't like it. I give up. I can't beat you, Sarah. Please, tell us everything, Keiji. The video is real. The victim video that now saw. And it was also my first trial. The woman's name was Megumi Sasahara. She was my boss ever since I joined the force. Keiji? What? Is that you? You look a little different there, Keiji. I'm Keiji Shinogi. I've been assigned here starting this week. It's good to meet you. Good to meet you too. I'm Megumi Sasahara. I suppose this makes me your teacher. Trainer. Well. Pretty impressive for your age, Shinogi. Yes, ma'am. But you might be a bit too serious. Even if you have stamina, you have to think about how to spend it, or it won't last. Of course he has stamina. Have you seen the size of his arms? I heard you were rather elite, Miss Megumi. Why would you, serve as a trainer for the likes of me? I wonder, indeed. I have high hopes for you. Yes, ma'am. But then came the day of my nightmares. I shot a person. The criminal in a certain case. Miss Megumi. What? Why am I not being punished? I've killed a person. In self-defense, yes. But the criminal wasn't even holding a weapon. That's just what the law says. You've done nothing wrong. Miss Megumi, I heard you made a backroom deal. What? So what? Get back to your duty. You're police. She's the benefactor who protected me. I'll never forget it. I owed her the worst kind of debt. Left her to die. No. But I killed her. Megumi. Listen now. We have to pull him out. He's pulled us out of this hallucination spiral. We have to pull him out too.
Mr. Policeman, get a hold of yourself.
Sorry for keeping quiet, everyone. Truth is, your friendly policeman's not a policeman anymore. Keiji. I'm surprised. What a dangerous individual we've had lurking in our midst. Oh, be quiet, so. Don't even say that, because if anyone's dangerous here, it's you. If you vote for me, I won't complain. I won't vote for you because I don't want you to die, so it's not happening. No.
Everyone. Speaking of voting, I think it's about time to decide who you'll vote for and which four should enter the final vote.
No way. That was way too quick.
Well, you need time to work out the card trades this time, you see.
Precisely. Choosing a victim without a satisfactory discussion is not an outcome we desire either. Ugh. What do we do? I don't want to suspect, but Q-taro, So, Keiji, you three are pretty sketchy. Hold up. Don't we need one more person, though? Troubling, huh? If it's down to 3 options, it'll make our choices that much narrower.
We gotta suspect someone again. Then maybe it's better to think of who to leave out from the final vote.
Who to leave out? That's a good idea, Jin.
Really?
If you aren't chosen in the preliminary vote and are dropped out, because you can no longer be chosen, there's no need to lie anymore. That might be one of our greatest allies. Of course. If you're the sacrifice, it works against you.
Got it. Let's talk about who we want to leave out.
You, my son.
I think Big Sis Sarah should be left out, because she's super dependable for reasoning.
We should leave out someone with lots of tokens, like Q-taro.
How about we leave out Jin, since he doesn't have any tokens?
We shouldn't be selecting Jin or Kana. Sacrificing a kid's no good at all. Oh yeah, that's rich coming from you. So should be left out. I mean, didn't he say he was the sacrifice to start?
I have to say, I'd be glad if Sarah was left out.
Right. If we're leaving someone out, I think I'd say Miss Sarah too. Oh my, okay. There's been a bunch of card trading this time. It's possible Q-taro with all his tokens was involved in at least one trade. And him giving his tokens to So, that subject could really influence the discussion. We should leave him out to extract info. Okay, that makes sense actually.
My reason, because you're the one I want to live most. No matter what.
Oh. I ain't trying to look like a good person. I just feel like once we lose our sensibilities, we're gonna turn into demons. If it's gonna come to that, then pick me, Sarah. I would have voted for him, but Keiji made a good point. But there's a part of me that's like, ugh, I want to vote for Q-taro. Not that I don't think my vote really matters. Right, if we're leaving someone out. Because you're so darn cute. Ew. No, that is... Ugh. What did you think I was gonna say? Ugh. When our escape failed, I looked at you and had a thought. She's acting kinda strange. You had this desperate look, as if you had the sacrifice. And on top of that, a last-minute trade right after our escape failed. Just a tad suspicious, isn't it? I want to know the truth about you, Miss Sarah. It's because So's the sacrifice that he's saying such rotten stuff. If he spouts suspicious stuff and loses our trust, he can get us to vote for him. Leave him out and his heart should calm down. But I wonder if just leaving him out will make him say what he's really thinking. For an ally, he's a real pain, huh? I never know what he's really thinking. He's always lying.
Just listen. The best person to leave out is someone who's very likely to have the sacrifice. If the sacrifice comes around to you, you can trade it away if you have tokens, right? But Jin has 0 tokens. If Jin had the sacrifice even once, he wouldn't be able to trade it.
And so there's a high chance he's the sacrifice? No, he's not.
And also, I swore to protect Big Sis Sarah. Jin, I believe in you. Oh.
If Jin had the sacrifice even once, he wouldn't be able to trade it. Oh? A last-minute trade right after our escape failed. Just a tad suspicious. Oh, I noticed that. I almost missed that. Q-taro, is something the matter? There being a trade just before the main game. Is that true? Huh? Yeah. Yes, it's true. We have his tablet, so he might not even know. Which means, yeah, just maybe. I figured out who's got the sacrifice. Hmm? What? How could you possibly know that from what we just... Q-taro. I know. Everybody listen up. I'm the keymaster. Huh? Yeah, I'm daring to say it before voting. What's this all of a sudden? I can't tell where you're going with this. You would say that, huh, Sarah? Huh? I'm sorry for taking the keymaster from you. Oh, we did have the keymaster though, so... he might be telling the truth, because he knows that we did have the keymaster card. Does he mean... The sacrifice card you got sent was mine, Sarah? It's Q-taro who sent me the sacrifice? And you still got the sacrifice now, ain't that right? What's he talking about? I have a commoner card right now. Q-taro's making a false accusation here. Stay calm. What do I do? Make use of this or explain myself? Make use of it? Or... I don't know. What's the difference between these two things? You really think I'm the sacrifice? Yeah. Then just leave me out of the vote. Don't be misled, guys. The sacrifice gets 2 votes. If she puts those 2 votes towards herself, she's getting selected. In other words, if I'm not selected, that will be proof. Either way, nobody vote for Miss Sarah, and we'll have proof. I would like that, but it's about time to proceed with the vote.
Please, wait. Can we decide on such an important vote with so much still unclear? We just can't sort it out in such a short time.
Ugh. What should we do? The victim's gonna be one of the ones we nominate, remember? We really should discuss some more. You sure don't know when to give up. Time is up. Please select the 4 who will remain for the final vote. Enter your votes, please. Oh, God. Please choose who to vote for. So, we know that the trade happened. So, I do think that Q-taro traded his sacrifice for our keymaster. I think that did happen. But for some reason, he still thinks we have the sacrifice, even though there was a trade that happened before. Right before the main game, there was another trade, and we're now a commoner. So someone else has it. I have no idea who has it. So I don't know if I should be voting. I don't know if my vote actually makes a difference. I know in the last main game, it didn't make any difference who I voted for. Okay, because it was pre-written how it was going to end. So my vote made no difference whatsoever. I can tell you who I'm not voting for. I'm not voting for Jin, and I'm not voting for Keiji. Do I trust So when he says he has to sacrifice? I don't know, because I can't tell if he's lying or not. I don't know. Do I vote for Reiko? Because I just don't know who else to vote for. I really don't know. Yeah, I have a feeling that no matter who I vote for, it's not going to make any difference. Like, I wanted to originally vote for Q-taro, but because there was the trade, he says he has the keymaster, but we also know that at the beginning, when it was the whole thing and Gashu was on the screen, he was like, the person who lost their tablet has a new tablet that has their card on it. So you would think that Q-taro would look at it, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't actually look at it, and he doesn't know because he was passed out when the last trade happened. So he just thought, I don't need to look at it. I already know I'm the keymaster. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Displaying results. Why Kana? So it's gonna be Keiji, Kana, So, and now? What? Why Kana? What? The first vote is over. And I wasn't chosen. Relief. I can feel my strained nerves loosening. But why these 4? Sarah, you... It's just like I said. I'm not the sacrifice. I'm a commoner. 4 will advance to the final vote. So Hiyori, Kana Kizuchi, Keiji Shinogi. I know it's not going to be Keiji because there's no way I'm going to let that happen. Now Igokoro. It's going to be one of the girls. Why me? This isn't right. It has to be. There's no way it's gonna be So or Keiji. They're too much of main characters. I feel like the 2 girls, at least, are more side characters than the other 2. So it has to be. It's gonna be one of the girls. I know this despair myself. You can't want to have a conversation when you feel like this. Which is why it's my role to inspire them. Like Keiji did for me in the first main game. I don't remember how he did it. I don't remember if he gave a pep talk or if he questioned everybody, if he questioned me. I'm just gonna give a pep talk, I don't remember. Lift your heads up. We've always done We've always done when we had to do. When we had to do? No matter how cruel it is, you can't stop.
But
Kana, we're not your enemies. Even if someone is the sacrifice, we move in the same direction. We talk and we advance the discussion.
Sarah.
Right you are. The real battle begins here. Everyone. I guess those of us who weren't picked should start. Incidentally, my role's commoner. Got that?
Muscle Gorilla, it's not the time to shrivel up. Let's remember the card trades in order.
Yeah. I think he doesn't realize that there was another trade at the very end. Right before this. I don't think he has any idea. Now, please grasp your fate with your own hands. May you not all perish. Now, we're gonna proceed along digging into the details of the trades.
Big Sis Reiko, got it.
Gashu quietly sat in the chair again. Alright. There were 4 trades made in total. That ain't that many.
By the way, I've been a commoner the whole way. Didn't get traded with even once.
Trading cards required 50 tokens, so only so many people could make trades. Alright, I'm gonna save really quick, because I haven't saved in a while. I'm gonna extract statements here. Honestly, it's all a mess in my head. Glad we got given more time to sort it out. The token rankings had Q-taro in first and Jin in last, if I heard right. Me, you, and now we're near the bottom, right? I don't think we had enough tokens to trade cards. Okay.
My heart was pounding, wondering when I'd get past a bad card. But my role didn't change. Up to the very end. I made it through all 5 trades.
5? Okay, I think I see what I need to do here. It has to be this. Yeah.
Muscle Gorilla, that's wrong.
What?
There were 5 trades.
5? Wait, by my memory, there were 3 trades. Then I heard there was one just before the main game. Ah, I get it. You misunderstood, Q-taro. There were 2 trades while you were out. What? That don't make no sense.
That's our line.
Sorry, but nobody's given me an explanation. Ah, well, that's on us. Hey, Q-taro, when was it that you passed Sarah the sacrifice card? Actually, when did you have the sacrifice from the start? Did you have the sacrifice from the start? Nah, that ain't it. The first card I had was commoner. I get it. That tells me most of the trades.
What? I don't have a clue. Why's that?
Because your friendly policeman made the first trade. Oh yeah, he did! He traded, he gave us Keymaster. For real? Who'd you trade what? I gave Sarah the Keymaster. Eh? What card did Sarah start with? I have no reason to lie, but... Commoner, why would I lie? There's no reason. At first, I was a commoner.
You traded Keymaster for commoner?
And I deepened our trust doing it. Let's do a little sort out. In the first trade, I passed the Keymaster into Sarah's hands. In the second trade, what got traded? It had to be someone sacrificing Q-taro's commoner. Exactly. Someone's sacrifice was swapped with Q-taro's commoner. And in the third trade, Sarah's keymaster and Q-taro's sacrifice were swapped. Yep, that's what I mean.
Muscle Gorilla, tell us everything you can remember.
We're gonna have you tell us all the details of the third trade. Okay, nice, nice.
At the time of the third trade, I was searching the first floor alone, so I want to know the situation.
The third trade happened while everyone was sharing the laptop. These trades, I'd better keep them sorted out in my head too. So, was the trade when we were down on the first floor and we were hiding from Miley, right? She was talking to somebody. Was that the trade where we got the sacrifice? The third trade? Oh god, oh no. I'm starting to get like, what? Oh, you can now sort out the details of the trades. Okay, let's get all this straight. The top row of this table is what cards everyone had to start with. Those further to the right had more tokens to spend, in broad strokes at least. The next row is what cards everyone had after the first trade. Okay. Below that is after the second trade, after the third trade, so on and so forth. The bottom row is after the fifth trade. In other words, the rolls they all ended up with. Of course, this is all guesswork. I'll rework it if new information comes up. Okay. Okay. Third trade. It's this one that's weird. Not much information. We don't know anything yet. It happened when we were in Safalin's doll room looking for Ranger's chip. Here, my sacrifice was swapped with someone's commoner. Don't tell me So really took the sacrifice from me. Okay. Oy vey. Why aren't you talking?
I was off doing all this stuff by myself. I wanted to see the laptop.
What stuff did you do exactly?
It's not relevant right now.
Jin? I was worried because you were acting strange, Sarah. To think you'd been traded the sacrifice. Damn Q-taro. You gotta make that trade on the spot and then act all innocent? Yeah, that's weird. It's impossible to do that. You have to use the phone. Yeah, that's weird. Because in order to make the trade, right, you have to use that police box phone. Right? He was standing there when the trade happened. It wasn't him. He's hiding something. Why won't you deny it, Q-taro? What? I mean, you need a ring-up box to trade. If he used one on the spot, shouldn't we have seen him do it? What could he be hiding? He's protecting somebody. Oh god. Oh god, oh god. Oh, this one. Oh no. Oh, this one's really hard. Okay. Please, say something, Q-taro. I do like how now we extract statements and you can see somebody else's picture change. I like that little added thing. Q-taro. Oh, I failed it. Darn it. Okay, I'm gonna save because I failed that. So I have to extract this and try again. That was really hard. How am I supposed to do that? That wasn't easy. I'm gonna try again. How am I supposed to? It goes too fast. How am I supposed to do it if it goes that fast? It's impossible. See, how am I supposed to do this? Did I do it? That one's hard. Like, so when they go too fast, like I can't I can't do it. Be as silent as you want. It's no use. Spit it all out, Q-taro. I meant to cooperate with Sarah, with everyone. But I got used for convenience. I'm pathetic. A pathetic adult. The third trade. My sacrifice being sent to Sarah. It wasn't me. It was So's doing. What? I don't know what you're talking about. So knew. He knew I had the sacrifice. What? When everybody was sharing the laptop, So wasn't going to use the toilet. He went to use the ring-up box to trade my sacrifice and Sarah's keymaster. Don't know a thing about that.
Wait a second. He chose 2 other people and made them trade? You can do that?
It must be possible, huh? So you can say that with confidence. So, isn't it about time you confess? Tell us your real reason for sharing the laptop. Such a deeply suspicious individual, Keiji. Okay. Oh boy. The discussion is stuck in equilibrium, failing to come to an agreement. How about I hear the truth from your mouth? About what? Between the statements these two give, I should either affirm correct ones or deny incorrect ones. Okay, Q-taro couldn't do the third trade, that's true. I was on the toilet, so I couldn't either. It has to be this one. Exactly, because he was with us. The question is, how did you know the sacrifice? Just rolling on ahead with this assumption that I knew, huh? Okay, did he learn about Q-taro's sacrifice via hacking? Couldn't I just take a peek to do that? No, because it was on the tablet and the tablet uses fingerprint, right? I have to deny So. But then So also made a comment that he was able to hack the cards. But that was only after we got into the laptop. He hadn't gotten into the laptop at that point, right? No, peeking would be impossible. Oh yeah? Then I guess I couldn't have done it. Is my suspicion cleared? Ugh. Do I deny Keiji? Let's start over. Okay, this is this. Okay, so I have to affirm somebody. This is stressing me out. Because I know he can hack, but at that point, did he hack yet? Or he didn't have the password to the computer. I can't, Am I thinking too much about this? Do I just try and be like... No, it has to be this then. What's this? You saw it directly. Q-taro's intent was to negotiate with So, and as a condition for his trade, he showed So his sacrifice card. It's natural to think that. Okay, well, when I read, couldn't I just take a peek to do that? I thought that, like, he would just look at it over his shoulder kind of thing. Like, I wouldn't... That doesn't scream to me like it was shown to me. You know what I mean? Whatever. Such an active imagination, Miss Sarah. How about you use that imagination to consider what their negotiation was like? Q-taro started to negotiate outside So's bedroom door. Even So already recognized that fact. That's right. How did So react to Q-taro's proposition? He must have let him in the room quickly and struck the deal. I'm not brave enough to let Q-taro in. What? So... One of them, was it Kana? Who said that she heard them talking on the door? He must have let him in the room quickly and struck the deal. I'm not brave enough to let Q-taro in. I don't think he was let in quickly, right? Because they were talking outside the door, but this is... Some of these statements are too vague for me to really, like, get a good grasp on them, or maybe I'm just dumb. No, you were brave. I was trembling like a puppy. Alright, that's not it. Huh. Q-taro taken the laptop from him once before, so wouldn't let him in the room, no questions asked. Then did they make a deal through the door? How amusing. I just thought of a way. Q-taro slipped the tablet under the door. Wouldn't he consider I might betray him? This is stressing me out. I don't like this. I don't like this section of the main game at all. I don't, because I'm like... I don't know. Q-taro slipped the tablet under the door. Wouldn't he consider I might betray him? Of course he would. So betrays everybody he's involved with. That's it exactly. That's what Q-taro did to propose his deal. So must have been fairly wary of Q-taro, who could best him using force. So Q-taro informed him that he was a sacrifice in advance. Not vocally, but by showing him his tablet. Is that true? So, you had yet another objective on top of tokens in the Sarah folder. To control the sacrifices you wanted. You got it. After the second trade, Kana and I were working on the escape plan. Then I heard Q-taro through the door. Want to make a deal, he said. I didn't care to listen, but he slid his tablet under the door. And there I saw it. Sacrifice. How brave of him to go as far as offering up information just so I'd share the laptop. What do you know? Sarah, you saw that first floor security footage, right? Well, it's the truth. I haven't discussed my first trial, have I? It was one absurd trial, I tell you. They told me Set up the props used for the death game.
Then it's true? You set up the cards?
Yeah. Of course, I didn't know what they meant yet. Once I found out, I knew Kai's fate was set. It's like I killed him. Kai took the sage card I just placed at random. That's why at least I wanted to get Kai's laptop back. One more time. Such an emotional story. So that's what drove you to give me a whole 100 tokens.
100?
No shit. That's enough for 2 trades. But you left yourself enough for 1 trade. How cunning. Pretending to risk yourself, but not forgetting to protect yourself. What a dirty adult you are. So, I hate to bring it to you, but aren't you like 21? You are also an adult. Hate to break it to you. Say again. All told, you left yourself an escape route. If you were in a pickle, you could pass the sacrifice away from yourself. That's why I decided to act first and send the sacrifice to someone else. To Miss Sarah. Always thinking of her allies. Is that the truth of the 3rd trade? I was hopeful it might make you tear off your sheep's clothing. Why does he do all of this to me? But you went above and beyond my expectations. The 4th trade was you, wasn't it, Miss Sarah? No, I didn't make any trade. What are you talking about? I mean, the sacrifice is what killed Joe, yes? I didn't do a trade. I also had no token, so it's not me. Your guess is off the mark. I didn't do any trades. In fact, I couldn't. Someone stole my wallet. That's a poor excuse.
Quiet, loner. I was with Big Sis Sarah for the 4th trade. So was I. Sarah didn't do any trade then.
Well then, it must have been an ally who did it for you. Keiji, you took the sacrifice from Miss Sarah, didn't you? What?
What's the meaning of this?
It's really very simple. The 2 of them were accomplices. Miss Sarah and Keiji formed a terrifying plan involving the sacrifice. To achieve victory in the main game, by way of said sacrifice, they schemed to escape by working together and having Keiji win the vote. I suspect the 5th trade that followed was Miss Sarah and Keiji making a bluff. They just picked 2 random commoners to have trades. Then the sacrifice is Keiji? No, it's not. That's all a wild fabrication. I mean, the sacrifice I had was taken away by the 5th trade. So spouting nonsense to lead everyone by the nose. If my reasoning is correct, Keiji is the sacrifice, and the sage is Miss Now, perhaps?
I'm the sage?
Yep. So it may well be fine to have Miss Now die this time.
Wait a second. At the start, you said you were the sacrifice.
Yep. That was a lie. I'm a commoner.
No way. Then, wouldn't you be in the same boat as me?
Huh. I see. Guess choosing anybody but Keiji is the same in the end. Then let's vote for Kana, since she's the least valuable.
So...
Enough. It's been a long time since I've hated somebody this much. Here's a friendly little police report. I long since used up all my tokens. And you want me to just believe that? So, you're just dying to say I ended up being the sacrifice, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm the Keymaster. Huh? What, what are you saying? The Keymaster is Q-taro, though. Looks like we got him good. My real role is Sage. Q-taro's the Sage? Ridiculous. That's impossible. It's possible, alright. And as the Sage, I'm making an announcement. Keiji is without a doubt the Keymaster. It can't be true. That's all. You were on the right track to think accomplices. But it wasn't Sarah I teamed up with. It was Q-taro. Whoa. Let's tell the truth of the fourth trade, shall we? The trade between Mr. Policeman and Q-taro. First, when So betrayed me with the sacrifice, I went stomping around in a rage. When I heard what happened, I proposed to Q-taro that we team up. And so in the fourth trade, Keiji and Q-taro's cards got traded.
That fourth trade sure ended up punishing the loner now.
Hold on. Q-taro, weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? Alright, let me save. Because if I'm getting towards the end, I need to save more often. When I learned about the sacrifice incident. That said, when I first spotted him, I just pacified him since he was pissed. But I ended up talking with Q-taro and we thought things over. In the fourth trade, I traded my card with Q-taro's Keymaster. But actually, I went and did this trade myself while Q-taro was passed out. Seems Q-taro figured it out during the main game and was able to put the story together. It's all owed to the power of that card. Even my noticing of Q-taro's Keymaster. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It happened when we were in Safflin's doll room, looking for Ranger's chip. Did Keiji and Q-taro become accomplices and make this trade? I don't know. For now, if I want to piece this together, I need to extract info from them for the fourth trade. Seeing you acting funny, Sarah, I was convinced. The sacrifice had moved to you. I wouldn't let it stand. I decided I'd knock him down and take my tokens back. Keiji noticed me then and came to talk. He persuaded me to give it up. Didn't know what So was thinking after all. And so I trusted Keiji and had him take custody of all my remaining tokens. What? What do you mean? He said he had no tokens. Did I say something strange? What do you mean? Keiji could do the trade himself, but... Ugh. Is he panicking? He hasn't worked out his logic.
I'm sure Mr. Policeman was burning with a desire to see justice carried out. He used the whole 50 tokens to trade cards with the muscle gorilla just to defeat the loner. Huh? Before, Mr. Policeman said he didn't have any tokens at the fourth trade. And he couldn't have traded.
Yeah, that's right. I'm getting confused. Yeah, me too, girl. Didn't have any tokens. Handed Keiji all of my tokens. Alright, so we're gonna verse them, I think.
You gave him all your tokens?
Sure did. And seems like that landed my way outside So's ballpark. Shut up. Running out of leeway, are we? I've still got doubts. I can't be convinced with just that. After all, Keiji, why were you able to know about Q-taro having the Keymaster? Isn't the only way to do that during the main game With the sage's power of clairvoyance? Huh. So you still don't know. Okie dokie. Let's resume the discussion. We were able to extract a new statement from So. I just have to keep going. What did he say? Sage's power of clairvoyance. Obviously it's this. Do I present this to him? No. What am I doing right now? Do I verse them? Yeah, okay. The power of that card. You don't mean... Hmm? Yeah. The sage's clairvoyance, of course. The sage could use clairvoyance even outside of the main game? That's what the tablets are for. You intentionally didn't mention it. Unravel all the mysteries now. This should prove it. Mr. Policeman used clairvoyance to see Q-taro's keymaster. Then I made the fourth trade to swap Q-taro's keymaster and my sage. And now there isn't even a need to discuss a fifth trade anymore. Convinced of your victory earlier, you confessed. I'm a commoner. Oh, I feel kind of bad when he makes that face. Any other questions? No. There's something odd about Keiji's story. What do you mean? It'll become clear if I look back at the trades so far. Okay. The card I had at first was a commoner. Keiji's was the keymaster. And in the first trade, the keymaster was sent to me, and my commoner to Keiji. Yes. Next, the second trade. The sacrifice went to Q-taro, and his commoner went to someone else. Next, the third trade. So initiated a trade that sent me the sacrifice, and Q-taro the keymaster. In the fourth trade. But how did Keiji get the sage? How did he get the sage? Because he's supposed to have a commoner. The keymaster went to Keiji and the sage to Q-taro. But where did the sage come from? The sage. The sage is out of place. Keiji should have been a commoner the whole time. So why did Keiji have the sage at the time of the fourth trade? That must mean... he's lying right now. Because we knew he had the keymaster first, because we got it from him. So, he's lying. Because Keiji was able to see that Q-taro had the keymaster. But the trades don't make sense like this. I'm so confused. What do you mean his first card wasn't the keymaster? That makes no sense. Then how did we get the keymaster when we traded him? Wait, he never traded his card. He knew who had the keymaster, and he traded the person's keymaster for Sarah's commoner and pretended that he was the one with the keymaster, but he was the sage the whole time. Keiji's first card being the keymaster. That was a lie. He was the sage the whole time. Keiji had the sage from the beginning. And so his clairvoyance let him see who had the keymaster from the beginning too. Which is why, in the first trade, he could make me and the person with the keymaster trade. But if he did that, hasn't he been lying to me this whole time? Oh no, is he really lying to me? Are you really going to vote for So? Now? Something's not right. We should discuss this a little more. Don't be stupid. You're a candidate now. If the discussion leads to you getting picked... Wait, so because Keiji has the sage, if the sacrifice gets voted for, Keiji also dies? Is Keiji gonna die? Sorry, there's something about the role of the sage. Like, I know that they know who the keymaster is, but there's something about the end role of the sage that just doesn't stick in my brain. I don't understand it. I'm afraid too, but I just get a weird feeling. Are we sure So is really a commoner and that Keiji is the keymaster? Now, yeah, something's weird. You're exactly right. There are still mysteries remaining. In the 5th trade, why did someone trade for the sacrifice I had? And the other party was a commoner. This isn't a problem we can ignore. Yeah, this 5th trade. We should talk about it some. If by chance we pick the sacrifice, we're done for, you know. We shouldn't need any more discussion. Keiji? Digging up old conclusions is just gonna make us more lost. It's your turn to die, So. He's acting weird. That's how this'll end. No. We can't do that, Keiji. As long as we have time, we should seek the truth. Alright. Let's do it. We'll discuss the roles of the 4 who were in the final vote. I'm gonna sneeze. There's someone who moved Sarah's sacrifice via the 5th trade. If Keiji's the keymaster, So, Kana, or Now should be the sacrifice, right? Is the loner really a commoner? Should we believe that? It's alright. So was convinced the whole time that Sarah traded away the sacrifice. In other words, Kana or Now, which of them would have the sacrifice? I don't believe it. Keiji and Q-taro are lying. Alright, I'm gonna say it again. It's just painful to think over anymore. Vote for So. Let's end this, Sarah. I don't like how he's acting. So was convinced the whole time. That's to say, So fell for Keiji's trick. The location of the sacrifice or any other card. He didn't know one lick about the truth. If he'd stolen my tablet when he knocked me out, maybe he could have learned my card. But I kept it on me at all times to avoid just that. It's tucked between my clothes. No, you did not. So didn't have a chance to do tomfoolery. He's a commoner. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. I'm gonna extract everybody. Oh no. I feel kind of bad for So. I think they're really ganging up on him now. If Keiji's the keymaster, he really didn't have tokens, right? It's gotta be someone with tokens who made the final vote, right? So, Kana? Huh. Her sage power should let him see that Keiji's the keymaster. That possibility 0? Is the loner really a commoner? Should we believe that? What if it's all the loner lying? Well, I mean, we know the loner. Him not being able to refute anything is weird. Could it be
he's actually accomplices with Bucket Girl and putting on an act?
Okay, I need to present the tablet to him. Yeah. Q-taro, you're saying you had your tablet on you at all times, yes? Yep. Take a look, it's right here. And when you woke up, where was it? Hmm? On the table in the Last Supper room. On the table?
I'd call that being off you.
As I thought. We still have his tablet. That tablet Q-taro has now is a spare. Yeah, because we have it. This tablet I picked up was lying near you when you passed out. What did you say? I would assume this is your original tablet. The question is, why was it lying on the floor? Either So took it or he discarded it. It's because So took the tablet from Q-taro. What?
But they're locked by fingerprints.
Sure, but while near him, he could bypass that by simply pressing the fainted Q-taro's finger onto it. And so we arrive at an outrageous truth. What do you mean by that? Depending on when So looked at the tablet, he might have seen through our entire strategy. What? I think Q-taro has the sacrifice. I think maybe Q-taro has it, or maybe So took the sage, or he traded somebody's sage. Maybe he gave the sage to Kana. The worst time for it would be right after the 4th trade. That's when Q-taro had the sage, and I had the keymaster. If he saw the tablet then, he could use Q-taro's sage power to also know that I was the keymaster. So, has So just been acting fooled? Shoot, you got me. Or not. Wonder if I'm acting right now. Or maybe I'm telling the truth? So, not good. Now there's the possibility that So has the sacrifice. So as it stands, there's no way we can vote for So. But that doesn't mean we can just vote for Kana or Now either. Well then, let's resume the discussion, guys. We'll discuss who it's safe to vote for. We gotta find the one with the least least chance of having the sacrifice. So's an absolute no-go. He's the most likely to pull this kind of trick.
But between Bucket Girl and Bix's Now, is there any real difference?
You'd need a certain amount of tokens to take the sacrifice from Sarah in the 5th trade. Okay. If you consider the token counts, you'll get your answer. I don't know the aim of the one who did the trade. Okay.
All I can think of is tokens. Bucket Girl had a lot, and Bix's Now only had a little. What do we even do now?
Tokens. Like Jin says, Now hardly had any tokens. Surely she couldn't have been the one to take the sacrifice from Sarah. Then, is Now the one with the least likelihood?
Wait, please. This isn't right. Bix's Now. Least likelihood? Are you going to kill me with such vague reasoning? Please, have another discussion.
You're right. We can't end this discussion. What are you saying? I just remembered something. There was a way anyone could get tokens. Miss Sarah, you know it too, don't you? A way for anyone to get tokens. My stolen wallet or Alice's body. Those are both ways you could get tokens. So, by stealing tokens from Alice's body. I knew you could do it.
Big sis now wouldn't do such a thing.
Which she might. But it's true. When I went to check the body, the tokens were already gone. And now was closely inspecting the room of lies. Nah, it ain't just now who could have done it. Couldn't any of us have gotten these tokens? In other words, everyone has the potential to possess the sacrifice. It all ends with a game of trust. Then that last action is going to be the key. What were each of us doing at the time of the 5th trade?
As in...
Just before the main game started? I hope you can find the sacrifice. Oh god. We have to determine based on So, Kana, and Nao's actions at the time of the 5th trade.
I was sitting on the stairs, thinking back on everything that had happened.
Yeah, but you disappeared at one point. I was on the laptop in the winner's room the whole time. Will you believe that?
I wasn't really doing anything. Just wandering absent-mindedly.
Did anybody see what the 3 were doing? I was with Nao on the stairs for most of the time.
I was searching all by myself to see if there were any other exits.
Okay. Oh, lordy. Your friendly policeman was shoving aside rubble. I don't know anything. Yeah, I know he was. Kana, why aren't you speaking? Are you hiding something, Kana? Come to think of it, I feel like you were the only one I didn't see around then. Really, where were you?
I mean... I was looking for something I dropped.
Something she dropped? What? Only I hadn't passed out. There was also a ring-up box right in front of me. What do you think, Miss Sarah? I can't take So's claim seriously.
The hope of escape had vanished. I couldn't even stand up. Everything I'm saying is true. Sarah, please save me.
I eventually went back to check on the rubble-blocked exit. It was always the same hopeless situation, though. So I don't know what Now is doing in that time.
I didn't see those 3. Sorry. Come to think of it.
Well, come to think of it, didn't you tell me you found something while searching?
Huh? Yeah. There was a smartphone on the stairs.
What?
But it wouldn't even make calls. It was useless for escape.
Okay, so... Smartphone on the stairs. And this. There it is. Man, how different would this be if I didn't have Jin? Right, if Jin died and Alice was alive? I have no water. Kana, was it a smartphone you lost?
How did you know?
Sure enough. I bet it's the same smartphone I found in Kana's first trial room. Jin, tell me, where did you pick that up?
It was a ways down the stairs.
How clumsy. She must have dropped it while we were all climbing the stairs, surely. That's not it. He is protecting her, I think. Think back for me. When we were climbing the stairs, So and Kana were walking in the front. If she had dropped the phone then, everyone would have noticed. In short, this was only dropped after we all climbed up to the exit. Kana dropped it while descending the stairs. What did she descend for? Why did you try to hide this, Kana?
Because... Big Sis Sarah, there's a message on this phone.
Right. That's what Kana's sister... Huh? It's a different message? Thank you. I love you, sister. Now it's Kana's turn to protect her big sister, because that's how Kana can atone. This...
Please give that back.
Hold on. Did you write this, Kana? But Kana's big sister is already dead. Could it be the sister in this message is... No way. No, it's not. Is it me? Oh no. She took the sacrifice to save Sarah. No, she didn't. I mean, when you think back to the very beginning of the main game, and she mentioned that, like, definitely don't vote for Sarah. Oh my god, it was Kana. She took the sacrifice. She has it. Surely not. Is that right, Kana? Your sister here is me?
Yes. I know it's strange. But to me, you're...
And so you wanted to save Sarah that much?
Yes.
Hey, Kana. Was it you who traded away Sarah's sacrifice? To avoid using the ring-up box in the winner's room, you returned to the third floor to trade. Hey now, you're talking like Kana's... Are you saying she took the sacrifice to protect Sarah? That's... so... It's inconceivable. No, I don't want to conceive of it. Deny it, Kana. What worthless reasoning. That's all a load of...
No. It's all correct.
You idiot! Don't say anything!
I did the 5th trade. I won't hide the truth anymore.
Kana. Kana did it. She really did it. To protect me. She took the sacrifice for herself. This is just the worst outcome. Self-sacrifice? Kana! So, you caught on at some point, didn't you? That's why you were trying to move the votes toward Kana. Shut up. Since there was no other way for Kana to survive. Wait.
Please wait. Will you listen carefully to what I have to say? With the 5th trade, I switched my card and Sarah's card.
Okay. Sorry, I need to save again because I'm sure we're at the end here. With the 5th trade.
Once I knew escape wasn't possible anymore, I had no idea what to do. Then I looked at the phone. Seeing my sister's words calmed my heart, and I came to despise myself for not being able to do anything. This whole time, I had just kept betraying my sister, all the others, and Sarah. I just had a feeling that So had sent the sacrifice to Sarah. I don't get the complicated trade talk. I can't even reason out who gave who what. Even so, I was certain of one thing. Because Sarah is so kind, she couldn't trade the sacrifice to anyone.
Kana. Oh, Sarah tried to trade. We had no coins to trade. She wanted to.
Kana, I didn't want to let Sarah die. And also, I didn't want to make So a murderer. That seemed more painful than my own death. So, I traded my commoner for Sarah's sacrifice. No. But the card she received was a commoner.
I'm sorry. What? What? What's going on here, Kana?
I don't understand either. I'm sure I traded cards with Sarah, but it wasn't the sacrifice.
Unthinkable. What is Kana saying?
It's all true. Please believe me.
At any rate, we just have to talk about Kana's statement. Is she talking about?
I can't believe Bucket Girl. She's lying to try to confuse us.
Well, maybe Kana just messed up who she was trading with or something. Some unique situation that caused the roll to just disappear. It was the hack. It's the hack. So hacked it.
Don't tell me. I wonder if So hacked the roll cards themselves.
He did. I think he did. I can't see through to the truth with their hearts right now. We might just have to find the objective truth. The truth. I remember he said I can hack the cards.
This might be an absurd opinion, but So was spending his remaining time messing with the laptop in the winner's room, right? I wonder, did he hack the card data then? Because, I mean, there isn't anyone but So who could cause an irregularity, is there?
Someone who could cause an irregularity? Huh. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe the influence of So's hacking ascended through the roll of data or something. Some nice evidence would make that a whole lot more convincing. Too bad.
She's been betraying us over and over. She's even less trustworthy than the loner. Don't trust Bucket Girl, Big Sis Sarah.
Huh. So is hardly saying anything. I can't read his thoughts. I don't know how the ringed up boxes work, but if you're just saying names into the receiver, there could be mistakes. And yet my sacrifice was definitely moved. If it ain't Kana's mistake, then maybe the floor master purposely changed the destination or something like that. Gashu changed the trade? Come to think of it, wasn't Miley talking about some transgression of Gashu's just before the main game? Huh. These two? No. Huh. Huh. Oh, I see. It's this and this one? There it is. Okay. There was a possibility. Something separate from So's hacking. An irregularity that definitely occurred. The transgression by Floor Master Gashu.
Eh?
Say what? Remember what Miley said before the main game? Gashu, are you listening? You've really gone and mucked things up. You've made a flagrant transgression, one that shakes the very core of the main game. And despite being such a huge transgression, it hasn't shown itself at all thus far. And now, this illogical movement of the cards that's tormenting us, could this very issue be Gashu's transgression? If we believe Kana, that's the only explanation. You're saying the coot tampered with the card movement?
But for the floor master, what would be the merit of doing that?
Well, there was some sort of merit, and that's why Gashi pushed us through the argument. I see. If his goal could be made clear, maybe we'd know. Who he moved the sacrifice card to, that is. Quite off the mark reference. Is it all right for you to be using your time on this? Gashu, if you haven't engaged in any misconduct, then promise us. I know the floor master's code. If we can expose your transgression, this main game won't count. We demand a second attempt 24 hours later. I'm sorry. We have sat through 2 hours of a main game only for we're gonna end up having to do a whole other one? What do you mean? This was all for nothing? You just know everything, don't you? As to be expected from Miss Sarah Chidoi. Promise or no promise, I will simply carry out my duty as per the code. Are you for real? With 24 hours, we can make another shot at escape. But, are you certain? If you cannot prove it, you will only be losing time to spend on other reasoning. It's okay. This new possibility we've spun, this theory, wasn't being directed at Gashu. So, please tell us the truth. Oh. The other possibility is that you did some sort of hacking to the roll cards, so if we know whether that claim is true or not, we can fight. I think he might have hacked it. Let's all combine forces to win an extension. Kana?
Yes?
You really don't have the sacrifice?
It's okay. I really don't have the sacrifice.
I see. I didn't access the roll cards. I didn't do any hacking to them. So, that's the truth, Sarah. No lies, no tricks. Alright? Let's quit deceiving each other. Let's work to expose Gashu's transgression. Just what I wanted to hear. This is a turning point in our destiny. A path we never could have reached if we were trapped by endless suspicion. The path of us all trusting each other and battling the kidnappers head on. Together, we'll expose Gashu's misdeed. Okay. What's happening? Gashu had something to gain from tampering with the trade. You think he had the sacrifice go to someone he wanted to kill? Or else you think there was somehow somebody who Gashu didn't want to die?
Is there an answer in the clues we have left?
There's a fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. Okay. So Gashu's transgression was making the sacrifice vanish. Seems unthinkable, sure, but it's just one possibility. There is something curious about the antagonism between Gashu and Miley.
But of all the evidence we've seen so far, is there anything related to this transgression?
If there is, I should show it to Kana, and if there isn't, I should tell her there isn't. I don't know. I really don't know. That's why Gashu meddled. Like, I don't want them to die. Who's them here? The person who normally end up having a sacrifice. Nana. Gashu had something to gain from tampering with the trade. It's out there, but maybe in reality Gashu's an ally. Like he wanted this to be exposed so he could put a stop to the main game. Is that too unthinkable? The Coot hates us, and the Coot hates one of us in particular. He wanted him to be killed via the sacrifice in the main game, even if it meant tampering. But who in the world would that be? Obviously, it's gotta be the guy who made an escape plan and ruined his honor as a floor master. The hacker man himself. So... Huh. I really don't know. We use all these. This, I think. No. Is there an answer in the clues we have left? I don't know. I really don't know. I genuinely, I'm so stuck here and it's so late. Part of me is like, I really don't know. Okay, so I'm been trying to figure this out. So I went back and extracted Kana again and instead selected there isn't any evidence, and she said, now she's saying something that hasn't come up. Unused evidence is in here, and it would have to be these 4 papers. This is the only thing we haven't used. Okay, that one was hard. I felt so confident this entire main game because I'm like, oh, I'm getting things right. I'm not struggling as much. And then that happened. The only clue that hasn't been used yet is this roster.
This looks kind of familiar. That's just like the torn up paper I found on the first floor.
Though, what use could this have? Why? Why do you have that? Huh? Oof. Miley. Curse her. Handing internal documents to participants? Internal documents? Gashu, just what is this roster? What indeed? Ugh, he caught on to the fact I don't know what this means. You did good, Sarah. Huh? Gashu just made a slip of the tongue. You freaked him out. Whatever could you mean? Kai was a whole lot better at playing dumb, huh? What meaning could these papers have? I can't even guess, but... There's value in solving this mystery. We ain't got time. Let's thoroughly talk out anything suspicious about this roster.
There are 4 bound sheets, and 4 names on each sheet.
That's our names. There's a bunch of names I've never even heard.
Huh? This roster doesn't seem to be sorted by name.
Hold on a sec. There are participants whose names aren't on this, huh?
The roster? It's reminding me of something.
If you want to look closer at the roster, tell Mr. Policeman and we'll look together. Eh?
Ah, I remembered it! The bar on the first floor. There was a list of names on the blackboard.
Now that you mention it, that was a roster too. but I couldn't possibly recall everyone's name.
I memorized it.
Huh?
Ken Drink was Alice, Kai, Kazumi, Keiji, Shunsuke, So, Naomichi, Mai, Megumi, Reiko, Q-taro. Can't Drink was Anzu, Kana, Jin, Kugi, Sarah, Joe, Now, Hinako, Ranmaru.
That's amazing, Jin.
Easier than learning the prefectures of Japan. By the way, Big Sis Sarah, your roster, it's missing the names Kai, So, Kugi, Joe, and Now.
This is important information.
Was I useful?
You're always useful, my son. Okay. Are they going in order? We're missing, what are we missing? Probably between these two? Okay.
The names are sorted by percentage. How creepy. What sort of statistics are these numbers supposed to represent?
Might they hold the key to solving this? Joe isn't on this either. What are you trying to say? Sorry. No ill will meant. I'm just laying out the facts to reason from. Counting them now, there are 4 of us participants whose names aren't listed here. 4 of us. A whole page, yes. Were these people who died? That might be it. Probably Miley. It's what Gashu's reaction seems to indicate.
Is there no follow-up to these sheets?
Follow-up? No, there wasn't anything else.
Is that so? Sorry.
4 names on each sheet. Do I verse them? No, this might be wrong. No, yeah, that's wrong. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't, like, I'm losing it. I'm losing my mojo, my memento, my momentum. Not memento. Jesus. I don't know what the percentages mean. Maybe I versus these two? No. Oh, I don't know. Oh my god. There are 4 of us participants whose names aren't listed here. Percentages. That's more than 4. Okay. Jeez, I was so confident and I'm losing my confidence now. I'm also tired. It's been I should have known this was going to be long and I should have saved it for another day, but here we are. So, what did you just say? Huh? That there are 4 people's names missing.
Kai, So, Kugi, Joe, and Now aren't listed, so
Who's Kugi?
That's 5.
Huh? I guess I rushed and miscounted. Sorry. Hey, do we really need to worry about little mistakes right now? That mistake isn't just a trivial issue. Why did So get it wrong? That's what's important. Gashu, tell us how many participants were dragged into the death game. That would be 20. There are 16 listed on the roster. Plus 5 who aren't listed. Doesn't that add up to 21? One too many? What's this mean? There were exactly 20 names on the blackboard. Well then, let's compare the names on the paper roster with those on the blackboard. The blackboard names were like this. First, the 5 not listed on the roster are Kai, So, Kugi, Joe, and Now. Let's remove those 5. On the first sheet, all 4 names are present. The second sheet, my back is starting to hurt. I've been sitting way too long. All 4 names are here. The third, this one too. And the fourth sheet. Who's Shin? Huh?
Shin Tsukimi. That's the only person not on the blackboard.
We've derived a 21st person. So what the hell is this? Who is Shin Tsukimi? An unseen survivor? No. A participant who died unknown? I doubt it. One of us? Is it one of us? Okay, let's calm down. What does that mean exactly? An alias? If someone is using an alias... I see. Shin Tsukimi is one of us. And they rewrote their alias on the blackboard.
No way.
Aha. Interesting. If we follow that logic, Shin Tsukimi has already been identified. Say what? Sarah, let's work this out. If all the names on the paper roster are real, there's someone whose real name hasn't been revealed. Someone not on the roster? Kai, So, Kugi, Joe, or Now? Right you are. Alright, let's discuss those 5 names.
This is my real name. Professor Mishima always called me Miss Now, remember?
I'm using my real name too. It was written there at the prize exchange, right?
Spooky is the name of Kana's sister. If Big Bro Joe was using a fake name, Big Sis Sarah would figure out right away.
Kai's name was on his laptop. Based on the email log, should be his real name. If you want to check the roster, I know who it is. It's So. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it had to be So. He's the only one who I don't trust. What's the matter, Keiji? Oh, just impressed how calmly he could lie. Lie? Sarah, recall the prize exchange. The prize exchange. I don't really recall it because I never went there. Huh? Remember? There were photos, but no names anywhere. Ah, was that right? I must have had it wrong. So, what exactly are you afraid of? Afraid? So is... You said you'd tell the truth, right? To defeat Gashu together. We're your allies. Try trusting us, So. No. Shin Tsukimi. So is Shin Tsukimi. I want to trust you all too. But So, He's trying to say something. In that case, I'll draw it out. Oh, here we go again. This is stressing me out. Like, this is hard. It's gonna be even harder than before. How am I supposed to... Ugh. Is there a way for me to... Yeah. I'm sorry. It's too hard. Minigame auto-click. Is this cheating? No, it's part of the game. Was that cheating? Probably. So, this is the moment to reveal your true self. My real name is Shin Tsukimi. I'll tell you everything. Even the secret of that roster.
You know about it?
Yeah. Because that's exactly the same as what I got in my first trial. What did he say? Tell us, what the heck does that thing mean? It's the victory rates for the participants in the death game. There's the weird percentages on the left, right? Those are everyone's chances of surviving the death game to the end. Their odds of winning. Dumbass. How would they figure that out? Because they tested it with the AI. They used the AIs of us to run tests. Right. They can run simulations of innumerable death games, all done entirely digitally. They explained at horrible length to me how accurate this data was. And I saw my own percentage. 0%. Certain death. I absolutely can't survive this death game. That's why I had to abandon myself. Sorry, my back is killing me. I don't want to die. I can't stop shaking. I'm going to be killed. Everyone will vote for me and kill me. I don't want that. Hey. Hiya. A shadow illuminated by light spoke to me. Just a random question, but you know what a majority vote is? He talked to me and cornered me. Okay then, let's go. It hurts. Stop. Strength in numbers. You're a helpless sheep who'll be eaten by the strong. If you don't want to die, you change. I threw Shin Tsukimi away. So. Dear me, what a heart-wrenching tale. But time has expired, everyone. We're out of time. Sorry, it's nearly time for voting. Hold on a sec. Our discussion. Did you make any progress? It was all unrelated to my transgression. Revealing the truth of the roster. Did that make any progress? That's... Hey, so, you got any more info on this roster? If I did, I wouldn't hide it now.
Sarah, is there any other evidence that proves his transgression?
Evidence of his transgression. No, I don't have anything else. I really don't. It had be long since presented. Is it hopeless? Maybe there's nothing else we can do. Are you giving up, Sarah? I rewrote the blackboard, and also I destroyed my own monitor in the monitor room. I've told you everything, just like I swore. So please, save me. Win us an extension, please. Okay. I feel it. So's trust in me. A real bond. Of course I will. So, Sarah, this is our last chance. Doesn't matter what. Find something connected to this transgression.
We'll all think about it and win. No slacking.
Yeah, I know. Guys, our discussion's definitely progressing. We unraveled the mystery of this roster. Let's trust that the truth of this transgression lies beyond that answer. This is your final discussion. Use it meaningfully. Oh, thank goodness, I can't. I'm so tired. Got it? This roster lists the chances of survival for the participants in the death game. You said they determine these chances of victory by running simulations with AI, right? Is there something about these sheets that we're still overlooking? There are only 16 names makes you wonder, right? If so is an alias, that means there's actually 4 not listed.
Kai, Kugi, Joe, and now.
Those 4 are not on the roster. Kinda curious how Sarah's chances of victory are the highest, huh? Yeah, because she's the main character, Keiji, that is why. Since we learned the loner's real name, there's no question it's these 4. But I don't know what they have in common. There's a mix of living people and not living people, and some we never met. There must be something in common. Could that monitor room have been the place they did the test runs? Wait, they're AI, so they'd only have to fight digitally. Come to think of it, I heard there was something unique about the AIs in the monitor room. But they were all candidates who survived the first trial. All the candidates. What about the chances for the 4 who aren't listed? It's because those 4 are dolls or something? Let's check it together, Sarah. Maybe hers aren't the highest and it goes higher. The occupations. Maybe we can figure out something in common between the 16 who are on the roster. I just got a whole lecture on how exact and unmistakable their data was. Can you recall anything else at all? Oh, what is it? Now that I think about it, they might have used the word candidates, not participants. Well, not that there's any difference between participant and candidates, is there? There's a chance the kidnappers were using those terms distinctly, then maybe participants and candidates. Candidates. Maybe these 2? They're saying both saying candidate. Okay, yeah, there it is. Hang on. What's this about candidates? Are participants and candidates really the same? The participants, those are the 20 people who were brought into this death game. Then what are the candidates the floor master spoke of? Those qualified to win, or those left in the final vote? It's those with the qualifications, the right, those who fulfill the conditions to be the ultimate winner. And with that in mind, If Gashu, who swears loyalty to the organization, were to make a transgression, it would be to kill a non-candidate. There was one of us who didn't have the right to a victory. A non-candidate. Gashu would try to kill them. That's why he tampered with the sacrifice. I should know it now. Who here is not a candidate? Please select the non-candidate. Can I see the roster again? It's now, isn't it? It's now. Now.
Yes?
You have the sacrifice, don't you?
Huh?
This roster lists the name of the candidates who are qualified for victory. Even Shin Tsukimi with a 0% chance to actually win is listed. But now, out of us survivors, your name is the only one missing. And in their monitor room, too, there was no AI of you. No, there didn't exist a now AI to begin with. Because you're an outsider who didn't meet the qualifications to be a candidate. And so Gashu tried to kill you. He sent the sacrifice with its high risk of death to now. This was your transgression, Gashu. Fantastic, simply fantastic. Well done, Miss Sarah. All of your cooperation. You solved it. Yes, indeed, you are the chosen one. It's over. All the energy's leaving me. Our long, long discussion. And at the end, we earned it. So this was all for nothing. We're getting an extension. Victory. A moment's survival.
I'm sorry, everyone. I kept quiet about the sacrifice the whole time. When I thought about what would happen if we weren't able to expose him, I just couldn't say it.
It's not your fault now. All the fault lies with Gashu. They did make a comment earlier in the chapter that like Now was originally not supposed to come here, and she just happened to go, like I think they did that. Now was originally not one of the ones who was supposed to be here. Answer me, Gashu. Candidates, this death game, what's all of it mean? I will say but one thing. Everyone, have you ever harbored doubts about your upbringing?
Eh?
That is my first and last hint for you. Last, Miss Sarah Chidoan, you have overlooked something important about the Floor Master's code. About the code? It is written clearly. 4. If there is misconduct during the main game, it either proceeds with the transgressor's death, or must be retired 24 hours later. Retried. Huh? And I promised you that I would fulfill my duty as per the code. If I take responsibility on my life, then the main game shall continue. You're kidding. Stop. Everyone, please earn victory. No way. This is... He offed himself. Gashu.
No.
This is impossible. It should be over. Why is this... He was going to do this from the start? Why? For just a day's extension, we hung on stubbornly and put our lives on the line. And yet, Gashu casually threw away his life. He easily shot down our hope. Who could be capable of such a thing? He's a demon. A demon. This shouldn't have. Cephalin, please. It's an emergency, right? Suspend the main game.
I can't do that. I can only act as substitute. No. You're really going to continue?
This is all within the rules. If I refuse, everyone will die. This isn't right. This isn't right at all. I'm begging you. It doesn't have to be 24 hours. At least let us retry. I'm sorry. We'll do anything. Anything, just please. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Now is the sacrifice. No one will vote for her. And we need to choose too. One of the commoners. So, or Kana. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's obvious, isn't it, who it has to be? Which one of these is less of a main character? Now's the sacrifice. I'm the keymaster. We can only vote for So or Kana. I guess it's clear who you'll vote for. Oh. God. Oh no. Everyone, won't you vote for me? I'm tired. As much as I contribute, everyone's going to choose me, right? Please, someone save me. Do I verse them? Huh? What are you?
Please, vote for me.
What are you saying? Kana.
I'm sure you understand. Between me and So, which of us isn't necessary?
Stupid. Don't say that.
I already intended to die from the moment I selected to trade for Sarah's sacrifice.
Kana.
Please, this is about the only thing I can do. In exchange, I want you to believe in So. Because he's really not a bad person.
Oh no, Kana. Why can't I say anything? Kana's throwing her life away to protect So. Am I just going to watch in silence? Kana. Don't be ridiculous, Kana.
So,
Self-sacrifice? That's worthless. You really are a kid, Kana. A thoughtless kid with backwards notion of if she dies, it'll solve everything.
my feelings won't change.
Be quiet, Kana. Guys, we have our conclusion. Hurry up and vote. Sarah, you hated me from deep down, right? Aren't I awful? You won't get another chance like this. So,
I don't have any wisdom, and I can't even hack.
I told you to shut up, Kana.
Please, remember the first main game. We all chose Kai as the victim. For our survival, we didn't choose by feelings, but logic. Wasn't that a mistake? Real failure is wavering. Not trusting your beliefs is weakness.
Stop it.
And this time, the right thing is to choose logic, so that you can escape. You should choose me.
Just stop it. It's time to vote. I cannot wait any longer. Touch your voting tablets or everyone will die. Got it. Mr. Policeman just voted for Kana. Keiji,
Thank you very much.
this ain't a joke. I'm ashamed of you, Keiji. Sacrificing a kid for the sake of adults. That's a demonic choice you just can't make. Okay, Q-taro, you're saying that, but you let Jin get hit with poison, so I don't know what he's talking about on his high horse. I'm voting for So. You're right, Q-taro. I don't think Kana's a burden at all. My vote is for So. Fine by me. Now, if we just vote for ourselves, that's 3-2. Jin, it should be an easy choice for you too, right? I'm gonna be the tiebreaker. I do hate the loner, but it's not like I want him to die. Dumbass. If you don't choose me, I'll use you next and get you killed. Oh. Save Jin or suggest a way out? Well, if I have the option to save Jin, I'm always gonna save him. You don't have to take responsibility, Jin. Big sis Sarah. If you vote for Kana, it'll be tied 3-3. Your vote won't cause anyone to die. But then, Big sis Sarah, your vote will... It's okay, Jin. I'll take responsibility. I voted for Bucket Girl. Oh. Now, it's just me. My vote will decide everything. It'll decide it all. We did it, Sarah. Now, do you remember the conditions for the sacrifice to win? The sacrifice wins, even if it's a tie for first. Now, So has 3 votes, Kana has 3 votes, and as the sacrifice, I can vote for myself twice. If you vote for me, that's 3 votes for everyone. I can win by a tie for first. Say what? Let's return home together, Sarah. No. Big sis Sarah, you won't do that, right? Absolutely not, I will not do that. That's ridiculous. Please select who to vote for. Genuinely though, I'm just out of curiosity. What would happen if you choose So? Genuinely. Because does anyone actually choose him? Do you get an ending if you choose him? And the game just ends because that's the wrong choice? Or does the game go on and So is just dead? Because I honestly cannot imagine this game without him. So I'm sorry, I can't vote for So. I'm going to vote for Kana. Because that is the most logical thing to do. But like, what happens if you vote for So? I'm so curious. I might look it up later just to see what happens when you do that, but I'm gonna choose Kana. All votes have been received. I'm sorry, Kana. Displaying results. I'm sorry, Kana. I'm really sorry.
Thank you, Sarah.
Why? Why didn't you choose me? I'll never forgive you, Sarah.
Sarah, before I go, could you give me a hug? Yeah. Oh no, that's so sad. You're warm. I'll announce the results. The Keymaster was Seiji Shinogi. The Sage was Q-taro Burgerberg. The sacrifice was Naoi Gokoro. I see. So this is your answer, Sarah. Now, it's strange. I couldn't stop shaking from fear. But the moment you decided, that stopped. I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't have to betray you all. Now, Rico, I'm glad I could meet you.
I should be saying that. If you weren't around now,
Thank you.
Now.
I wonder if I'll meet the professor over there. I wanted to finish that painting.
Well, then it's time for the execution. Wait. Miss Sarah, take this. It's an instant death switch. Unless you want her suffering to be long, you just have to press it. I don't want to. I feel bad. Because the sacrifice dies either way. Unless they get voted for, they die either way. I mean, I have to push it, right? I have to push it. I don't want to. What if I don't do it? Oh no, oh. I don't want to die. Don't push it. So, either way now dies.
Professor, I'm sorry. The present I was going to give you, I still couldn't finish it.
That's all right. You'll have plenty of time now. Yes. That's so sad. I'm sorry now. I'm sorry. I couldn't push the button. I did push the button. I'm sorry. I did. I pushed the button. To the very end now, she said she didn't want to die. There was no way I could push it. That's weird because I definitely pushed it. Once again, I couldn't protect them. They died. Again. Ugh. Next is Kana. Wait. Stop it already, please, Safflin. Don't move. That's Gashu's. You come near Kana, I'll shoot. It's futile. Kana's execution won't be changing. Why? Ain't you different from Gashu and Miley? You carried out her execution with such a pained look. You didn't really want this, do you? You don't understand, do you?
I've always been your enemy, you see? I'm coming closer.
The gun let out a click.
It's empty, I see.
Damn you.
It's fine now. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sarah. Kana.
Please take care of So. Everyone, get along together.
Activating collar device. The human flower.
Oof. My neck hurts.
Just now, human flower seeds were injected by your necklace through your body. Stop, Cephalin, what are you doing? Please be at ease. She won't suffer like Miss Now. Roots will spread through her body, and feeling a comforting numbness, she'll die beautifully. Now they will bloom. This is how the chosen one meets her end. So long as the flowers don't wilt, her body will always be preserved beautifully. Kana. I'm sorry, Kana. We needed So to escape. I chose logic. The worst possible choice. I'll kill you. Worthless, it's all worthless. The floor master, Sarah. Every one of the riffraff. I'll kill every one of you who killed Kana. That's right. And first will be Sarah. I'm sorry, what? What did you say? Sir? What is he talking about right now? I wonder where So is. You don't want to know where he is. He wants to kill you. I searched around, my mind dazed. I couldn't save now, or Kana. I don't care. I don't want to look at that reality anymore. For now, I'll look for So. Why can't I save? I need to stop. My feet move as if guided by something. Some sort of premonition is calling me. The screen is glowing. I wonder what it is. I gaze at the screen absent-mindedly. Yo, Sarah. Eh? Is this some kind of joke again? There was a familiar face. Face of my best friend, who I always saw at school. Joe. Inconceivable. It's another hallucination. I've finally broken down. Because there shouldn't be an AI of Joe. But that doesn't matter to me right now. Joe. Is that you, Joe? Yep. So it looks like you've been well. You murderer. I should have understood this. This was a hallucination. A false Joe I created. Wait, I shouldn't respond to it. Let me hear it. Who'd you kill this time? You're wrong. I didn't kill. Gotta ignore it. You voted, didn't you? You sacrificed someone weaker than you to survive. No, that's wrong, Joe. I mean, this isn't Joe. Sarah, you really changed. I can't breathe. I'm being killed by my hallucinations. What's your excuse for this time, Sarah? Ugh. You aren't Joe. Don't show yourself to me. Please. Just give me a break. Forgive me. Can't do that, Sarah. You know how much I suffered. I'll show you once more. A hellish sight. The last thing I want to remember. Joe's end. Sarah. Are you okay, Sarah? Keiji. Thank goodness, Sarah. Nothing wrong, is there? You were passed out in the room of rubble. In front of that video. That must have been an AI of Big Bro Joe, right? It was a fake Joe somebody set up out of malice. Sarah, don't worry about anything it said. What are they talking about? Keiji. Who is Joe? Excuse me? What? Whoa. What an ending. To be continued in the final chapter. There's only 3 chapters. Is chapter 3 out, or is... Please don't tell me that's the end. Please tell me chapter 3 exists. Please tell me chapter 3 exists. Okay. I think it does. I think it does. But I need to end it here. I know I can't save. I'm gonna have to go back and redo what I did. I'm gonna be doing a lot of clicking to get to this point, but I do need to end it here. I was not expecting that at all. That twist where she doesn't remember Joe. What is that? For some reason I completely forgot that the sacrifice also dies, so I was kind of shocked that Now died as well. I thought maybe it was different with if you voted for a commoner. But I think unless the sacrifice gets they vote for the sacrifice themselves, they will always die. Which I think is cheating because it was cheated. That wasn't supposed to happen. Now was not supposed to die. I do wonder what would happen if you chose So. Like, genuinely, what would happen? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love this game. I'm gonna say that. That's why I stay up till 2:30 in the morning playing it. Because I love it. And it's so much fun. And I cannot wait to do chapter 3. Is there chapter 4? Because I know this game is still early access, but it seems like chapter 3 exists. But maybe chapter 3 just isn't complete yet, possibly. I'm not sure. Please let me know. I don't know the details about the status of the game. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.